Is there a different way of learning and understanding? An approach that is non-mechanical and not based on repetition? Is it possible to look at something in the sense of investigating it and its details without allowing any interference coming from memories, thoughts, feelings, interpretations, and personal knowledge? Well, if the answer is affirmative, if the answer is yes, it's possible, or might be possible, then in that process of examining, there is no conditioning. And the more we examine something, the greater the details are exposed. Therefore, the greater is the understanding. But of course, there is a large difference between examination itself and the other process that we will call I am examining, which is instead a process subjugated to interpretations, inevitably. Because the I, the element of me, with my knowledge, my experience, my anecdotal things, etc., 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 is always there. There is a children's game called a game of association or association game, where everyone sits in a circle. The first player, choosing randomly, says one word out loud. The next player quickly says another word that has some kind of correlation with the previous word. The association game, or game of association, is a game we play every day, not only children, whether consciously or not. For instance, a person says the word state, another person associates it with politics, another person does the same with the word war, then another person says weapons, another person says blood, another person associates with violence, and so on. We always associate as a continuous apophenic progression of thought processes. But what we don't do, we never look at the single thing without any correlations nor associations, neither anecdotal considerations. This is also practically how our brain is programmed to work. If we look at this carefully, if we look at this process, the process of associating carefully, we can see that thought goes from one thing to another, which is association, which is a process of associating. We are always caught in that rut, and with that stuckness we proceed. We never explore this very process. Investigating all of this instead will represent factually a completely different way of learning, educating, and understanding.